Man, one of the longest journeys I've taken so far in this whole shooting sport is around this thing. Hi everyone, it's the Four Gun Guy. And today I'm going to talk to you about the journey I've had just trying to find a good spotting scope. Look, we go to the range, we go to our matches, and we've got all this different equipment, right? I've got a range finder, I've got binoculars, and then we've got spotting scopes. I put some feelers out on Sniper's Hide and in my Facebook page and just asked people, what are you using? What are you doing? I had so many responses. I had just get binoculars with a rangefinder, that's all you need. Get binoculars, rangefinder, spotting scope, get this, get that. And you know what? I just really sat down and I thought, what do I really want to use what piece of equipment for? So in addition to us doing a review of the Athlon Ares G2 UHD 20-60 by 85mm spotting scope, I'm going to talk to you about some things you're going to want to consider when you're looking at all this stuff and what might work well for you. So if you're ready to go, let's get started. All right, well look, let's start with what do you really want out of all this stuff, right? You heard me say it in the intro. I really had to sit down and think about what was important for me in different aspects of my shooting. So the first thing I said to myself was, what do I need at the match? And what do I want to lug around at the match? I quickly came to the conclusion that I did not want to lug this thing around at a match, okay? At a match, I need two basic things. I need a rangefinder to validate what it says on that course of fire. If it says 768 yards, I want to validate that it's 768 yards. So I need a rangefinder. Number two, I need a good pair of binoculars. For me, remember I just said the word, I need a good pair of binoculars. I don't need $3,500 or $3,000 or $2,500 Swaros. I, just me, don't need that, okay? What I really need is something to make sure I understand where the targets are, landmarks around those targets, so when I get down behind my scope, I can pick the landmark up, pick up the target, zoom in if I have to, and that's really what I want the binoculars for. To log hits? Yeah, absolutely, right? Now these are the Bushnell Forges. I'm going to do a review on these, but I can promise you these have blown people away at the matches. And I actually found these when looking through someone's at a match. Great pair of binoculars, 600 bucks, 600 bucks. And I'm going to put this glass up against some that are probably in the $1,500 range when I do this review, because that's another thing that I've gone through is binoculars. Finally, we get to my question was, what do I need when I am practicing? And what do I need when I'm working up a new cartridge? Now, you might say, well, you don't work up a new cartridge that often. Well, you kind of do, right? Because as you've seen on some other videos of mine, when my groups start to open up, I need to adjust things like the seating depth. I may want to tinker with the powder load. All of that is going to adjust your dope. It's going to make an adjustment to your load and the dope that you're going to use going from that point forward. So then I thought to myself, I really want something. I need something that's going to reach out to that 850 yard target, 900, even 1,000 yard target. So when my wife spots for me at 850 yards and I can really validate my dope, okay? Now, some people may say, you've got a Zico scope sitting on the top of that rifle, goes out to what, 27 power, I think it does. You should be able to use that. Well, I should, but I'm not paying attention to that closely when I'm making these adjustments, right? I want my wife on something, and I want her to have something good that she's going to be able to call hits and exactly where those hits are on a 24 or 30-inch plate out at 850 yards, 900 yards, and as I said, even 1,000 yards. If I can get that vertical right on that center line on those targets at 850 and 900, for me, it has worked out that everything coming back to me is right on target. So that's what I'm good for. So the next thing was, all right, so I am going to split things up. Next thing I'm going to talk about is the objective, right? 65mm objective versus 85mm objective. I want as much light coming through this thing as I can, because to me that will help compensate for perhaps the lower quality of the glass in spotting scopes that are not Swaros. Okay, that's just the way I think, guys. My thought is the glass bigger, more light gathering power, it should compensate, help compensate for that. All right. Now, I'm going to talk about one more thing in this segment, and that is price. You know me, I set my pricing. My pricing is, it's this much, I'm not going to go over that, or it's going to be around that, within $100 or $200. When you get something like this, within $100. Let's go through some of the features here. And again, unboxing, look, it comes with some lens covers, a lens cleaning cloth, an instruction booklet. It comes with this cover, which I guess is cool if you're going to transport it and stuff, but honestly, I'm not going to use that. So there you go, unboxing. I'm going to start from the back here. So from the back end of this, we've got the adjustable eyepiece. You can hear that? It's clicking. It's a clickable eyepiece. I happen to like that. I'm not a big fan of the non-clicking eyepiece here, so I like that. As far as the magnification goes, guys, this is buttery smooth. I mean smooth. Now the thing you're going to notice about this is that the focus ring is actually behind the mount here. So this is the focus ring. Very, very smooth. It's got a really large range of focus. It does have the sunshade that pops out. Very nice feature, and that's very smooth as well. So that's pretty much it, right? This is the Ares UHD 20-60 by 85. Now I'm going to talk about some things you're going to want to be careful about when you're looking at these spotting scopes. The first thing I wanted to do was use my cheapo Amazon cell phone adapter and put my cell phone in this thing and then put it on here, and yeah, that doesn't fit. So be very mindful of how wide this thing is. So that didn't work. Luckily, what I do have, because I shoot everything through my 35mm M50 Canon camera, I went ahead and bought a Nova grade adapter. Now I bought this a while ago because that's another whole thing I may do a video on is the equipment to get shots through this stuff. Now this adapter with the largest ring does fit on there. So, and you're just gonna have to fool around with it. So that does fit. I'm just warning you, watch out for these things, because you're gonna have to get the biggest one they make, if they even make one, to fit on that. So that's really the overview. Oh, one other thing, it does have the ability, right, to turn. And the other thing I like about that feature is it has clicks. So it's not, some of these spotting scopes, I've seen reviews and they're like, well, it doesn't, I don't know when I've got it set vertical, right? This does. This has a click that sets it vertical. It also has clicks at 45 degrees, and I think it probably has it, yep, at 90 degrees. So again, just a little thing, but again, you know, these are things that impress me with these companies when they think of those little things. It also does come with the mount here. So I just put it on a larger pad so I can use this tripod head with it, but it does come with the mount. So there's the overview, and I thought what we would do now is I'm going to take some shots from the backyard, probably 100, 2, 4, 5. There's a telephone pole, I think it's 700 yards, so we'll see what that looks like. And then I want to take this out to the range and get some real range shots. So let's see how that 850 yard plate or plate rack is going to look through this thing. So let's go ahead and get those in, and then we'll do some final thoughts. Oh, this is right at 100 yards. And this is 20 power. This thing's really sharp. Now I'm going to focus in and out so you can see the difference. So here's like focused out. I'm going to start focusing in, and I won't be able to get this focus perfect because I've got the camera hooked up to this thing, and of course my waterfall turns on at 5 o'clock, and it just turned on, so it's going to drown things out. Sorry about that. But anyway, so that's at 100 yards. Let me get some longer shots. Okay, 200 yards at the telephone pole. And again, I don't think the camera's going to do it justice, but I'm just amazed at the detail I'm getting. And I know it's only 200 yards, guys, but I'm just saying, I kind of look at the glass and see how it looks at, say, 200, and then I go from there. So let's bring this in. See, it's not gonna do it justice. Got hummingbirds bombarding me. Now that is at, that's only 35 power. Wow. I'm gonna bring it in a little more. It does take some getting used to, the focus ring being out in front like it is, but I actually really like it there. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. 200 yards at, that isn't even 50 power. That's about 40, 45 magnification. Yeah, I like the way this is looking. All right, here we are at the range. And this is zoomed all the way out at 650 yards, and I hope this is coming in clear. That is about 45, so I've got another 15 power to go. But let's go ahead and put one on the second plate. Here we go. That was a hit right there at 3 o'clock, so that should have recorded it. So yeah, I think that recorded the hit. We are at the 850 plate rack, and this is zoomed all the way out at 20. Now it looks pretty good. That's at about 35 power. And now let's come in. That is at...
I don't know if it at long range those mirrors effects also.
Yeah, and see the shutter, like I've got to adjust the f-stop and all this other stuff. So that's why you really don't, I kind of don't like doing it like this because, you know, people don't get a really good idea of the clarity of the glass because it is clear, right? So there's the 850. That's, hey Joel, I'm going to shoot that 850 just for the...
Which one of the...
Let's try this. You ready?
How much are you getting?
I'm basically going to do the left edge of the plate. Let's see what that does. That was a hit, I guess, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Again?
Did you see where it was?
It was,
Oops.
7. That's at 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah.
So good. So that, yeah.
You have to
Yeah, so I think for these, I'll have to raise my, adjust my dope.
Yeah.
Yep. But good.
Should do 1,000.
Well, cool, cool. So hopefully that registered on the video here, and let's look at just a few other distances. Okay, well here's 500 yards. I'm zoomed all the way out. Let me see. All right, there's 1,000. There's 1,000. And now let's zoom in on this, see what. So there you go, there's 1,000 yards. And again, I have to adjust lighting and all that stuff, but it's not gonna do it justice, actually, with what it really looks like. But I just wanted to show you that. Let's see. Get a little darker. There you go. And that is that's only 35 power. So, yeah. So you can see the impacts on that plate at 1,000 yards. And trust me, it's a lot clearer than it is coming through this video. But yeah, just wanted to show you guys. Let's get back to the shop. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. Final thoughts, pretty short and sweet. You know, look, for the discount that I got for being a PRS member on Euro Optics, this came in at right around $600. You can't beat that price for this quality of an optic. Now, is this a Swaro? No. No, it's not. But I'm telling you, is it a Leica? No. But it does what I need it to do, right? That's the point. The point is, you don't have to show up with that super brand name $3,000 thing just to see steel hit steel, right? Put the money into the things that are going to make that steel hit the steel, right? That's the point. That's the point, to me anyway, to me. So I hope you enjoyed this one. I think this is a good bang for the buck. Even if I hadn't gotten the discount, the PRS discount, I think I would have gone for this as well. I think it's, what, $800 or something like that. If you go through like Optics Planet or wherever, and I still think that's a really good price for this optic. You might also look at the 65mm version of this because, you know, if you're not like me thinking about the light gathering and all that stuff, and maybe you need to only go out to 500-600 yards, then I think that 65mm might be the way to go, and it's even cheaper than this. Good build quality, smooth controls, just love it. So thanks again for watching, everyone. I've got a lot more stuff coming up. I've got some more reviews. I'm going to compare some powders. I've got a primer review that I just released, a primer comparison. I've got a new range finder. I've been using the Vortex Ranger, but now I'm going to the SIG Kilo 5, so I'm going to do a review on that. And I think I'm releasing my binoculars review, the Bushnell Forge binoculars, here in a little while as well, or it might have already been released. Thanks for watching, everyone. Until next time, shoot straight.